I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dogs that I grew beside, all the niggas brown, ride and they die, gotta watch the time cause it's flying right by.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Chris, aka The Capital Connect, and in today's video, we gotta have a conversation about trading psychology, and I'm gonna use this message that I got on Instagram as kind of the basis for this video, because I got a lot of messages and comments on YouTube similar to this message. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it and we're gonna go over it. So it says, and by the way, let me just say this to the person that sent this message, bro, this is not a shot at you. This is not me coming at you. I just felt like your message was a good one to use for this video. I ain't gonna lie. So it says, hey bro, love the content, appreciate it. Quick question: when it comes to the unicorn, it doesn't seem like that setup happens every day. Some weeks it'll be there every day, but others you may only get it once or twice. Do you think this strategy is actually sustainable? And that's a good question, bro. And I think that kind of just speaks to how a lot of traders think, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why I believe that way of thinking isn't necessarily the best way of thinking. So I believe oftentimes as traders, especially, like, let me just talk to my scalpers and my intraday traders. I'm not really talking to the swing traders because number one, I don't swing, and number two, swing traders ain't really doing this because they setups take a long time to form and they take a long time to actually play out. But for my scalpers and my intraday traders, bro, I think a lot of times we get married to the idea that we have to be taking a trade every single day, right? We get married to that ideal. And I remember, like, just last year, bro, I was taking a trade every single day. Every single day. Doesn't matter if the setup I was looking for was happening or not. I would just take a setup. Why? Because I need to take something, right? If I'm not taking something, I'm missing out, right? And it's like, bro, that's such a horrible way to think, because you're putting your account at risk because you can't control your emotions. You're putting your account at risk because you have an addiction to trading, bro. Like, I want y'all to really think about this, bro. If you can't take a day off, all right, or if you can't sit at the charts, not see what you're looking for, and just not take a trade, that lets me know that, like, you have like an unhealthy relationship with trading, bro. Because if you can't not take a trade, if you can't sit on your hands, you know, for 1 day, 2 days, maybe even 3 days, bro, and not take a trade, like, that's a problem, because that lets me know that you're forcing stuff. Like, you're forcing a setup, right? Like, and don't get me wrong, bro, there's going to be times, there's going to be weeks where your setup isn't occurring and you may have to pull something else out the bag. But I'm speaking specifically to people that feel the need to have to trade every single day, bro. Like, you're literally killing your account, right? I used to blow accounts like crazy because I was doing that. Why? Because, oh, I just got to get in a trade, man. I'm on the 5 minute, I'm on the 3 minute, I'm on the 1 minute. It got to be something there. And the problem is, when you're a scalper, like, especially the scalpers, when you're on these lower time frames, there's always opportunity, right? And so oftentimes we kind of get stuck in quantity over quality instead of quality over quantity, right? Like, you don't have to trade every single day, bro. Like, one of the things that took me from unprofitable to break even was focusing on quality over quantity. I don't have to trade every day. Like, if you're in the Discord, or even if you follow me on Instagram, bro, you'll see that I do not take a trade every single day. Like, there are plenty of days in the weeks where I'm just like, no trade place today. And I'm perfectly cool with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. Like, I don't trip on not taking a trade for the day. Like, it's cool because I know when my setup occurs and when I see it, if I execute on it, it's going to make up for it anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, so to speak on the unicorn itself, yes, the strategy doesn't occur every single day, right? One of the reasons why I believe it's called the unicorn is because, I mean, it doesn't happen every day. Like, unicorns, you know, are associated with rarity, right? So the unicorn doesn't happen every single day, but when it hits, right, it hits, right? So I'm gonna show you guys 2 examples of the unicorn this week that you could have caught, right? And you could have made more than enough money for the week. So this first setup was on Thursday in London session, unfortunately, which means I did not catch this. but it followed all the rules and it was actually perfect. So right here we can see we got all of our rules checked, right? So we got our sweep of a high probability liquidity area, right? So we already had taken out yesterday's low, which is cool, but we also get a sweep of Asia's low, right? That's check number one. We get a sweep of a high probability liquidity area. Now we need an order block to fail in the form of a candle closing above it, right? This is your order block, the last bullish candle before the sweep of liquidity. This is your order block that turns into a breaker block, right? When an order block fails, it turns into a breaker block. And now all we need is just a fair value gap that overlaps with the breaker in some way, shape, or form, right? And we see that we got that here. We have a fair value gap clearly resting right over our breaker block. So we got all the boxes checked, and to add to it, we got the moving averages with us. We got the 9 EMA with us, and we got the 50 SMA with us. So this is just confluences all over the place. Sweep of high probability liquidity area, failed order block that turns into a breaker, fair value gap, and you got the moving averages with you. That's all the confluences you need to take this trade. And as you guys can see, even if you just took this to Asia high, this trade right here was a little bit over 1 to 3.5, and you would have got 81 points, right? With just one contract on NQ, 81 points would have gave you $1,600, $1,600. You can't tell me you're not gonna be happy with $1,600, right? Even if that was for the week, $1,600, that's a decent amount. But as you guys can see, this thing ran, right? Like I told you guys, when the unicorn hits, it hits. And as you guys can see, this thing just ran for the rest of the day. Now, obviously, you probably ain't gonna hold this long, but I just want to show you guys like the power of waiting for your setup, bro. Like, stop taking a setup just because it's there. Like, yeah, it's there, but is it quality though? Like, that's what you gotta really focus on, man. Focus on the quality setups. This checked all the boxes and had everything going for us, right? Sweep of liquidity, failed order block that turns into a breaker, fair value gap, moving averages with us, right? That's all you need, bro. That's literally all you need, right? And so this trade took off for a total of 388 points. You would have been good to go. That was literally all you needed. But it didn't stop there. There was another setup today, and I'm low-key, kind of sad, because there was a setup today on Friday, March 8th, that I did not take. And if I would have taken it, I would have been good for the week too. Like, because I went 0-1 this week. With one break-even trade. I had one break-even trade on gold, and then I took a small L on YM. It was only like $300, so I'm not really tripping on that. It was a flyer. I took it, and it was like, okay, whatever. It lost, cool. But this trade on NQ, man, this unicorn right here was beautiful. Now, why was I looking at this setup? I was looking at this setup because, number one, we're already way above yesterday's high, number one. Number two, like we've been super bullish, bro. Like, I was not comfortable taking any buys today. I was like, bro, if I'm gonna take a trade, it's gonna have to be a bearish setup on NFP, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just see if I can wait for a bearish setup. And I went down to the 3-minute today because something just told me to go down to the 3-minute, and I see this unicorn present itself. How is this a unicorn? Well, we get a sweep of this internal high right here on the 3-minute, right? Your last bearish candle before the sweep of liquidity was right here, which I have marked out. Now all we need is a fair value gap that overlaps with the breaker in some way, shape, or form, which we get right here. So your entry will be at the opening of the fair value gap, and in this case, I was going to have my stop loss above the fair value gap candle. And as you guys can see, just like the last trade, you get wicked in, sniper entry, and let's just say you held to data lows, which is where I have TP set right here. That's 191 points. 191 points, guys. So add 191 points with 80, you're looking at 270 points. Just with one contract on NQ, 270 points, that's $5,400. You can't tell me that you would not be happy with a $5,400 week, bro. This is what I'm talking about when I say quality over quantity. Because look at this setup, bro. Just look how much it ran. This ran for like another, what? This was another 380 point move, right? The one from Thursday was a 380 point move, And the one from today, Friday, NFP Friday, by the way, was another 389 point move. This is what I'm saying, bro. When you got quality over quantity, this was literally all you needed. If you just took one of these setups, you would have been good for the week. If you took both of them, bro, come on now. You can't tell me you wouldn't be happy with that. And so I say all this to say, guys, unmarry the idea that you have to be trading every single day. Like, get that out of your mind, bro. If you're looking to trade every single day, and by trade, I mean like taking a trade, it's okay if you're on the charts looking to see if your setup occurs. But if you're one of those people that feels like you have to take a trade every single day, you're setting yourself up for failure, bro. You're setting yourself up to blow accounts. You're setting yourself up to be unprofitable. Like I said, bro, one of the things that took me from unprofitable to break even is the fact that I stopped trading every day, like stopped taking a trade every day and started waiting for better setups, quality setups. So whether your strategy is my strategy, whether you're trading order blocks, 2022 model, support and resistance, trend lines, moving average crosses, like whatever you're using, bro, understand that you need to be focusing on quality over quantity. Unmarry the idea that you have to be trading every single day. Now, like I said, to the person that sent this message, bro, trust me, this was not me coming at you. I just wanted to, make a video addressing this because there was a lot of people talking about it. So that's all I got for this video, man. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. I'm going to drill that in y'all heads, bro. Quality over quantity. That's all I got for this video, man. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. I hope you guys learned something today. I'm gone.